Hello, my name's Ilana Zeitzer. I am a junior biology and art major at Dickinson College. And like all the finalists here, at October I began the Project Green Challenge. And the first question I was asked was why? Why do I want to take on the Project Green Challenge on top of homework, work, clubs, and sports? Well, my answer was because I care about the environment and I want to learn more, and I have hope for the future. Then, of course, the next question was what? What is your hope for the future? And after thinking for a while, I came up with this picture. Because I want a future where people look at nature's miracles, the smallest things like a tiny flower, and value them just as much as some of our greatest monuments. But my journey did not begin on October 1st. My journey began quite a bit earlier. I've always been in love with animals, plants, and art. It's been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. And one of the most important days of my journey happened in the summer after 4th grade. Steve Irwin was my eco-hero at the time, and that's the day I learned that he had passed away. And in that moment standing there, the thoughts running through my head were this: Steve Irwin protected nature, but he'd passed away. Who's gonna do it now? And that is the moment I decided that I was gonna be one of the people who was gonna grow up and protect nature. I was going to grow up to be a conservationist. So fast forward, and I'm in college. I'm recycling, I'm composting, I'm vegetarian, and I'm volunteering and eventually working at my college farm. I thought I was doing everything I could. After all, I lived in a dorm room and I was on a meal plan. How much can I really do? Well, Project Green Challenge started, and I realized there was so much more I could be doing and so much more I could learn. I cooked floss and foods with friends. I carried around my waste just to realize how much I produced and how much I could cut out. I learned about alternative energy like biogas, and I learned about things I love the most like biodiversity and pollinators. I even learned about the harmful chemicals in the products we use and learned how to find alternatives or make my own. Some challenges were a little bit more, such as plastic straws. I start every conversation with straws are evil, and then I explain why. Because just how much pollution they are making in the oceans and in our world. I also carry around reusables now everywhere I go, so I never have to use a single-use item when I eat on campus. And I wore my clothes inside out, which got me a ton of strange looks. But once I explained what I was doing and it was for spreading the word about fast fashion, I got a lot of respect. So I switched a lot of my life. I've gone from conventional to conscious in what I'm wearing, what I'm eating, and what I'm using on myself in my home. I've learned so much. This image is just a small single fact I learned each day of the challenge, and it takes up a chalkboard. And I can tell you, it's not even the smallest fraction of what I have learned over the past month. But I have to share something a little more personal for you to understand what this challenge has meant to me. I struggle with social anxiety and depression. And the first time I got depression was in 12th grade when I was sitting in my bed crying, because I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't even have a conversation with the checkout lady in the grocery store. My thoughts in my head were, how are you ever going to make a change if you can't even talk to a person? You're never going to get anywhere and you'll never make a difference. This is an image I created last year. But something amazing happened in October. I started posting on social media, sharing my passion and my knowledge. And I've got responses both on social media thanking me and in person, people coming up and thanking me for my experiences. I led discussions and a documentary screening on things I care about, and I learned so much from others and spread so much knowledge. I even spent 3 hours in a car with 3 strangers to go to a sustainability and food conference. And I expanded this beyond what Project Green was asking me in this month. I worked with the Hive, which is our bee cooperative. I adopted a storm drain to keep waterways clear. I hosted an event to have a community herb garden in my dorm room so we can enjoy local organic herbs. And I got people to write their senators and representatives on issues they care about, and I wrote my representative for the first time. The most amazing point was at the end of this challenge when I decided to diagram the change I have made in my life, my friend's life, my family life, and even people I'd never spoken to before this challenge. And that's this diagram, which took me about half an hour, and it is so incomplete. After I took this picture, I realized, And every single day, it becomes more and more incomplete. This was how I knew that I could make a difference. This is where I found out I can prove my depression wrong, and I can talk to people, I can make a change and share my passion. So, in the weeks after Project Green, we've only had a few. I have cooked local native plants, helped cook with my farm. I've incorporated nature into my art, making zero-waste art with things I find around campus. I have even included environmental issues into my art. This image shows the roots of society rotting because of the amount of waste in our food system and the packaging of our food. And that's just a few wrappers I found from my friends on campus in about 3 days. And I've hosted discussions. I helped lead a discussion on divestment in my school just last week. And next week, or in 2 weeks, I'm going to be leading a discussion on local foods and how we can make snacks for finals that are healthy for us. And I'm still so excited. I have so many plans. I started a blog so I could track what I'm doing and maybe even inspire someone else. I applied to be on the food advisory board to try and get vegan, organic, and vegetarian more options in my school cafeteria. I'm still going strong with eco art, my senior project. I want it to be on endangered species being made out of the things that are killing them, but paired with posters telling people small changes they can do to combat this outcome. I'm also part of a food waste reduction group on my campus that just started about 2 weeks ago to reduce the amount of waste in our cafeteria. And I'm writing my movie theater to try and implement recycling because I was really upset last time I walked out of the movies and I couldn't recycle anything. And I'm still going strong with my plan to be a conservationist. I'm studying biology, planning on studying ecology or botany in grad school. So this Project Green Challenge has given me the ability to realize I can become the eco-hero I dreamed of being back in the summer after 4th grade. I can make a change, and I see so many other people who can do the same. Thank you.